What up? Hey everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you doing? Okay. Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing good since y'all seen them DNA tests? Hey Jonetta Speaks, my member, Classy KC, my member, Lionel Sila. Hi y'all. Yeah. Mm. We're gonna talk about the Unveiled Family Secrets, part one. The preacher's wife. The preacher. Okay. We're going to talk about that. A few minutes of Country Wayne. I'm not going to spend a lot on Country Wayne no more. Okay. I think I'm going to dedicate one day for Country Wayne, not every day, unless it's something real good. Okay. But I think, I don't know what day I want to dedicate for Country Wayne. I got to fit him in. Since he want to fit us in and play games, I got to fit him in. I'll top it. Rest in peace, D'Angelo. Yes, D'Angelo died today at 51 years old from cancer, you guys. He had pancreatic cancer. Hey, Helen. Hey, I am not bothered. My member. Hey, I've been discharged from the hospital 2 hours ago. I'm home and relaxing. Relax, sister. Let me make you laugh, okay? Let me make you laugh, okay, y'all? Remember, all things on this channel is alleged in my opinions for learning, teaching, entertainment purposes only. If you guys would love to, who love to shop, please go to my shop and go up under my Amazon and shop. Okay, it's so simple. So simple. Hey, Sassy, some things not right with the DNA. How did Angelina get the results? Thank you. Y'all, Angelina done manipulated them tests again. I'm telling y'all. There's no way. And Shayla didn't even know. So how would she know? Shayla didn't put down. That man put her address down. That man put Amber's address down. They requested the test be mailed. They wasn't mailed. This is something ain't right with these DNA tests. I'm trying to tell y'all. It's something ain't right. But I ain't playing with Wayne. I'm not even gonna mention it. I'm sick of Wayne and this mess. Okay, the back and forth. My thing of it is they should have just let it remain not Anthony's baby, be done with it and move on. But they gonna have this ish going on to after Christmas. Hey Paula, my member sharing Godbo. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, I had to get me a soda today. I was craving a Dr. Pepper, honey. Ooh, let's see. Ain't no need. Oh, whatever. How y'all doing? Sharing Godboat. Dot Willie, Paula, my member. Daphne Thomas, my member. Elizabeth said, I was out until I saw that DNA sheet. It didn't have a date on it. Angelina paid that guy off, and I'm not watching any skits. I'll wait on your commentary. Thank you, Elizabeth. I think a lot of people unsubscribed today. Man, there were people unsubscribing like crazy. When I tell you, it was people unsubscribing from Country Wayne and the chat rooms. It was crazy, y'all. This is not how you do things. I'm sorry. Y'all, hold on. Let me get this sun out my face. There we go. Ooh. I don't know what Country Wayne is doing, but this ain't it. It's not it, y'all. I unsubscribed too. A lot of people did. Darcel Ayers, welcome. Marissa Jenkins, welcome back. Healing, welcome. Y'all, It was so many people unsubscribing. That was a copy of the first DNA test results in my, yes, that was the first copy. I don't believe it's the first copy. I believe it's something doctor. I'll just watch Larry, Bethany, Shara, Brooke, Mike, and Sunday. That's all I'm watching. I'm watching all of Mike's stuff. I'm not watching, and I love Amber. I do, but I cannot do this. I cannot watch the ignorance, the dumbness, the stupidity. Look at him too. The answer is no. No. What? Why they come to me, y'all? What do y'all want?
What's that?
Nothing. This stuff I got to
give me some of your drink.
Go tell your mama get your ass out. She finna go to the store.
Give me something to.
No, you're not putting your lips on my drink.
When has that ever been a problem?
You got my yeah, hold on. My meat soon.
Bro, you keep saying that. What is that?
Okay. It's the stuff Cardi B beat.
The black stuff?
No, the stuff that go on. She said I put it on my boom boom in my.
I don't even know what no Mitsu is.
Soon mix soon.
No, I got your Mikaye stuff.
What's that?
You remember that lip gloss brand that I had took with you? Remember that white lip gloss thing I took for you? That brand. I got that. That's the only thing I took for you.
No, it's oil.
No, I don't have no oil.
It's a facial oil, and I have to have it because that is what I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. That I am doing a review. That they sent me that for free.
I don't have that.
All right.
I don't even know the name of that.
Okay. Bye. Anyway, y'all, I ain't got $3. Ask your papa to send you $3. You got it. Bye. Hey, Carla. Hey. I have closed the book on Country Wayne skits. Y'all, it's so many people unsubscribed today. Oh, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all, but ooh, TikTok was on it today, baby. They was like, we are done. Bye, Asia. What? You're not getting my drink. Yeah.
I don't know who you feeling like. I don't want to drink after you.
Well, ain't nobody asked you
to take your drink.
No, you're not.
An attitude.
Y'all better come get these grandbabies.
You talk correct. Talking to me.
Can I have my drink? Your mama finna go to the store.
That's what I need $3 for.
Well, I'll send it to you. Bye. Y'all want to send her $3? Send her $3. So they getting on my nerves. Look, I got to lock my doors and everything, child. I watched Anthony's skit after I got home and out of the shower and had to turn it off. I don't want my blood pressure to go up to land me back in the hospital. What you say? The DNA result was a copy of the one Angelina tampered with. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. And I believe she sent it to Anthony. What she messed up is the dates are wrong. Kai swabbed on 9/4, Anthony swabbed on 9/9. The dates are wrong. And I put a big screenshot of it. I said, you know what? If y'all gonna do anything right, do it right. But this is not a real DNA test. I put the real one versus the fake one. That is not a DNA test. It's fake, and it's fake. It's fake. It's all get out, y'all. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna watch the well, I watched the first episode of Family Secrets. And y'all, that was crazy. I don't know how. Anthony's a fool. He wants that kid to be his so bad. He does. He does. Yeah, I do Doc Willie. I think that's the first copy, and she somehow got a letterhead and switched this thing up. Now I don't know how she did it, but she was laughing. She said she tried this the second time she tried to prove me wrong. What do you mean by that? I'm smart. In other words, I'm smarter than her, and her husband dumb. That baby is not Anthony's. I'm gonna say it again. Until I see the courts do it and it results right then and there, I don't believe that's baby. Please get off my car. Please. Get off my car. Please get off my car. Bye. Move. So, ain't that look? Now move here. Say hey. Bye. Get. Hey. Thank you. That's how I have to do, like a vampire, to run them off. Man, they act like they just miss me. I didn't know which one you were going to watch, Sassy. I watched episode 3. I watched episode 1. I'm getting ready to go watch 2 and 3 in a minute. I did get some samples from TikTok. So if y'all go down in my showcase, okay? If you go in my showcase, not the TikTok shop, my showcase, my TikTok showcase, I got these at that smells so good. I got these essential oils, and these are aromatherapy and for the skin. So these will be going into my oils, my body butters. I got rose. Oh, they smell so good, y'all. Oh my God. They got my whole car smelling good. Sandalwood. And these are by Hanky. Hanky essential oils. They smell so good. Oh my God. It's some good oil. Woody almost fell through the wall when Shayla told her that Anthony wanted to do another test. Then all of a sudden, she wasn't bothered. There's no skit like they tell us. There's no skit that shows Shayla sending information to her mama. There's no skit showing any of that. Sassy, what would your grandbabies do without you? Classic Casey, I don't know. Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. They got to aggravate somebody, child. I guess it's me. Woo! I don't know, y'all, but something ain't right about this test. I keep saying they're going to go to court, and Arby is going to be the father. I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to stand on it. I don't think they're going to bring anybody else back into the mix, but I still stand on it that baby is Arby's. We ain't going to lose a lot of money because of this foolishness. Yeah, y'all, it's a lot of people unsubscribed today. I know when I was on, people had said they unsubscribed, they done. They are done. They are finished. I mean, gone. People unsubscribing like crazy. There's another couple of people on TikTok saying they're not going to review his stuff anymore. They're done. I don't know what he's doing, but baby, this ain't it. This is not it. We are tired of the same old ish. We're tired of Shayla. We were so happy. We didn't see Shayla and Angelina for a week, and it felt so good. But them boring Dalton still brought over, what, 1.5 million views? That's what they say. They call them boring, but they brought them views in. They ain't going to bring them in now. I'm letting you know right now because they are done. I'm telling you, people on, if y'all go on TikTok, oh my God, they cussing Wayne out to a fit. People don't unsubscribe. People not doing the videos no more. They're only concentrating on Mike's videos, and I'm the same way. I'm concentrating on Mike, D, and that's it. I'm not concentrating on Wayne's video. And I love Amber, but I cannot do this. It's like It's like I'm still, whatever I did to break my leg, I still do the same thing to break my leg. It's called insanity. You cannot keep watching the same ish and expect a different result. This man is just playing, and I ain't got time for that. I'm a grown woman. I don't have time for that. I believe the court's going to solve it too. It's Arby's baby. I think Anthony going to be sitting there with that smirk on his face. I'm the daddy. And Arby it's going to surprise everybody. Anthony is going to jump all over Amber if she questions why she didn't get a copy of in the mail. No, I think Amber finna get a copy in the mail. Hey, Cassandra D. I don't think Amber even gonna say anything. She's in shock. And Amber, this is you know what? Amber just knew this baby wasn't his. You don't do that. Okay? You always expect the worst. That way you don't get disappointed. You always expect the worst. And as a queen of your house, you letting Shayla and her mama rule your emotions. Those are peasants, baby. They beneath you. You're supposed to rule your house with an iron fist. You the queen. You the married. You married. I didn't have, if those people gonna, you say what now? Guess what I be doing? My own test. Right, only Angelina got text of the results. Anthony and Angelina got text. Unless Anthony was so scared that he wasn't going to be the daddy, him and Angelina concocted it and sent the test. It don't make sense. Shayla looked surprised because she know Anthony is not that baby's daddy. She knows that. She knows it. She knows it, and Wayne knows it. But Wayne gonna feel this, baby. If y'all go to TikTok and watch my video, I told Wayne, I said, there's gonna be a falling away from your skits because of the foolishness. And baby, today was the day. I'm here to tell you. People boycotting, they don't want to see it no more. They're done with Wayne. Wayne should have stayed on stage. Yeah. You shouldn't have retired. You should have stayed where you was at. On stage, telling the same old jokes about your family. Don't nobody, you was in a drug dealing family, so what? You don't mess with all these women, got all these babies, so what? You ain't the only one that's done it. You ain't the only one that's self-proclaimed millionaires. There are people out here with 850 credit scores that can get just as much as you and making just as much as money. I seen my uncle was the kingpin here. Okay, great uncle. Had the bullies and everything up under his wing. That's my husband. He'll tell you. Ain't no difference. But after a while, you got to get over that mentality because this mentality is redundant and you keep telling it and it's old. Wayne's going to find out the power of the people, and we are the people. Okay, yeah, he's going to have some views, but he ain't going to have this. When he see his views are falling, his mind going to change. Watch and see. Y'all, people are mad. Ooh, they mad. Oh, they mad. When I say mad, me, I know something up. It's going to be a whole nother year. Next year, this time, we're going to find out it's going to be another DNA test. Who wants to go a whole year on this same mess? Wayne is arrogant and narcissistic. He's going to have to see those checks drop. He's going to rethink it. Yeah, I don't even know if he'll rethink it. In his mind, it'll be back. They'll be back. No, they won't. They done with you, Wayne. They are done. We watching Ro. We watching Mike. We ain't watching you. I'm just here to tell you. We ain't watching you. This is crazy. You sat here and Angelina melting, Shayla saying at this point she don't care who the baby daddy is. She knows this ain't the baby daddy. Y'all know this girl perpetrated and manipulated the test, and yet y'all come up here with this bull crap. Anthony ain't got his karma. Shayla living her best life. Angelina laughing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Shayla told Angelina that money isn't everything. Yeah, you know who's going to be changing Shayla is Iman. Did y'all notice? Have y'all noticed? Tell me if y'all noticed. We said Iman always comes to Shayla's apartment and never goes to his apartment. We say Iman never gives Shayla anything. What do they do? Shayla is at Iman's house. Shayla got flowers and went and got a towel to put on the couch. Tell me they don't listen to us. Tell me. But like I said, y'all, I said it on my TikTok. I said, if Wayne don't play this right, he's going to have a falling away from his viewers because the viewers are sick and tired of this. They are, y'all, and I'm one of them. I've never seen something drag out as long as this in my history of watching skits and movies. It does not make any sense at all. You let these devils get away with so much. And then you got a woman over here trying to live right, trying to do right. But see, Amber, I bring Amber too because Amber don't rule her house with an iron fist. She's the queen. She don't know her spot. When you don't know how to play chess, you mess up and playing checkers. Okay, you're gonna double jump, back jumping. You're gonna be making all kind of stupid moves when you're strategic in everything you do. Because I would have never got up from Anthony. I would have laid my sit back. I would have got my phone. I said, well, I guess we'll just proceed to move on. And I would have kept on being, baby, did you see this? Maybe we need to start a fund for Kai. See, you don't give in to give that nipple the satisfaction. You play that game. See, I'm a Ro. Ro is me. Me and Ro know how to play the game, honey. We know how to play the game. Amber and Natasha don't play games. They can't play it. They're too emotional. At the end of it, you play that game, you got an end game. I'm going to get a checkmate, bitch. What you gonna get? Nothing. I'm just saying, Doc Willie, am I not telling the truth? You playing checkers. You don't know if you should go to the right because guess what? You got this pawn here, you got this here, and you don't move to the right. Now you got to protect that queen at all times. When the king dies, who steps up? The queen. Who got the king's back? The queen. She is the third eye of the kingdom. The queen sits back and looks up and with her shoulders back. The queen noticed everything the king never noticed. She noticed and she listens to every word. She can tell who's moving different and she can tell who's got her back. And in silence and in closed doors, the king and the queen have a conversation and she brings it up. You might want to watch the gesture. He's been moving different, darling. for the last 3 weeks. He's not been consistent like he's been. I feel like something is up. Know what queens do. Don't put on a title as a queen if you can't rule your house. Point blank, period. I'm a queen. I'm going to rule my house. Like I had to tell my husband today, you riding with me. Don't say a word about my driving. If you didn't want to be in here, you should stay your butt at home. And what he do? He ain't say a word about my driving because I stopped and put him out. Amber needs to go ahead on and divorce Anthony. She'll never be happy because Anthony and Shayla is fixing to milk this. You know what? I think Angelina's gonna milk it. I don't even think Shayla's gonna milk it. I don't even think Shayla even wants Anthony. She thinks she's got a thing in mind. Now, I don't know if Iman's gonna be a permanent person on here. I don't know. I don't see it. Ron is kind of insecure. Ain't that something? He's insecure. He played insecure on insecure. And I don't know. He doesn't trust Piari. That's Piari's fault because Piari should have been upfront with him. And when he's sitting there, let me tell y'all what's going to happen. Ron and Piari is going to be at her house and Iman and Anthony's going to walk in to try to tell her about the results. And that's when Anthony's going to lose his shit. Well, and Piari, you about to lose a man. Amber better not let Anthony put money in on irrevocable trust. He won't be able to change it. Kai will get the money for life. No. I mean, Elizabeth, I'm saying a trust where they can fund it, where they can. Sometimes you just gotta play the game. Where they will have control over it. It's plenty of trust. It don't have to be one that Kai can get when he's 18. Nah, not that one. We're talking about just a little fun for him to the side. You know, I would have played his game. I would have gave it back to him. Just like when he said, it took a lot to forgive you. If I can forgive you, I can forgive anybody. I would have matched that energy. And I said, you know what, baby? If I can forgive you, I can forgive anybody. If we can forgive each other, God can forgive anybody. I would have matched this energy. Energy match energy when in a marriage. If you arguing, you match that energy. You pull back and you move and you go. You play chess, not checkers. If you arguing, your husband arguing with you and you the queen, you pull back. You move to the left. Front move to the right. You got open space. There's no argument. Everybody calm down. Then you got your opponent to move. What your husband gonna do next? Yeah, you got to play chess. Oh my goodness. I don't see Iman, chaotic or wrong, being on the skits long. He probably has to pay them a lot. Yeah. I just can't do it. I'm sorry, y'all. It is too much with Country Wayne. A lot of people don't like Country Wayne. I'm just gonna be honest. They think, like you said, that he's arrogant, he's narcissistic. They think he's very controlling. He like to pay his women so nobody will say anything about him. I don't know that. I don't know that to be true. I never met Country Wayne. One day I will, you know. I definitely will meet him one day, but we shall see. Okay, right. Aunt Waltz and PR is wild. They're sitting on the couch. It's coming. Yes. Amber needs to go ahead and divorce him. Stand your ground. So, y'all, let's talk about this family secrets. Okay. Enough about Wayne. I'm sick of Wayne. I'm going to pick one day a week and talk about Wayne. I'm not going to talk about Wayne's skits, Amber, and all their skits. I'm not going to talk about them but one time. Now, Mike and Ralphie and Sonny and Ro and Natasha, I will talk about them. But I will not talk about Shayla, none of that. I went to his concert. Wayne is funny. Wayne is a fool. Wayne is foolish, okay? Wayne is a fool. He crazy. He funny. But what I'm saying is, I need to back off of this skit for, Anthony and them, because they playing with us. And I don't like nobody playing with me. Now, I can show you better than I can tell you. I'm just saying, my one unsubscribe might not be nothing, but where my one, there are 50 more. To lose 50 people in one day is a lot. It would drop you in your algorithm. To lose 50 people in your groups and unsubscribing, to lose 500 people because of one skit that you could have made right, that's a lot of money for him. It might not be nothing for me, but for him, that's a lot of money. So did y'all see season the first one? Okay, so this was in the 70s. I want to say her name was Lydia. And she had a sister named Cookie. And what's her husband name? Y'all help me with the husband. I wrote this stuff down. I left it on my back porch. Oh my God, y'all. Help me. Anyway, this is about the preacher's secret. Okay. So they end up, Lydia and him, what's it? May Wakefield? Lydia Wakefield? Yeah, I think that's the last name. She's an author, she's a pastor, she's a philanthropist, she's all that. Very strong, very nice looking black woman, married her husband in 1971. He became a pastor in Macon, Georgia, moved, for a while. They had 3 boys, Micah, Taylor, and Edward. Micah, Teddy, Edward. Yeah. So anyway, this is I have to watch EP1 and I haven't seen them yet. Girl, let me tell you, I can't make this up. I can't even go into detail, honey. It was good. So she was dating. She went off to college to Vanderbilt. She had a steady boyfriend at the time. They were real serious. Her boyfriend ended up breaking it off. And so she was a good looking woman. So people was telling her about, oh my God, what is her husband's name? Y'all got to hold on. I got to get this. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, it's Unlocked Family Secrets, episode 1, the preacher's secret. So anyway, she ended up marrying this guy who was the preacher. They ended up moving to Macon, Georgia. They had 3 boys, Micah, Edward, and Taylor. Taylor was the oldest. Micah was the second oldest and Eddie was the third oldest. Okay. They had a church that her husband used to go to. All right. And he was a preacher. He was very good. He was a very good dresser, nice looking man. But when I seen him, I knew he was, how would I be? Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I knew he was high, all that. And so they were very much in love and wanted to start their family right off. Okay. It was a couple of years. I think she had, like I said, Taylor was the oldest and Micah came, and I think Taylor was 2 and Micah had got here. They were doing good. She was working. She was an engineer. She graduated from Vanderbilt. She went on a full scholarship. He was very smart, intelligent. He was always in the word. He preached like none other. He took the churches that he went to, he took them to different levels. Okay. So one night she said they had been married about maybe 4 years. And she said her husband called her and said that he was on his way home. And she noticed he wasn't home. And then she gets a phone call from the police. And he said that your husband been locked up. And she was like, locked up? Locked up. Yeah. And she said she got the neighbor to watch the boys. And she went down to the police station. She got her husband. Oh my, I'm going to watch when we get off. Oh, yes, child. Listen, Dot. So her husband got locked up. So she goes down, she picks him up, and he's crying. And she was like, what he get locked up for? He said soliciting in a bathroom or something like that. I watched that episode. I don't understand why she didn't leave after he got arrested in that alphabet club. Woo, child. Her mother told her he was the best man she could ever meet. That's what her mama told her. But she said he was caught soliciting. And you know, soliciting in a bag. And she said, I don't even know what that means. And the police said, well, he solicited in the ABC club a gay man, which was an undercover cop. And so he got arrested. And so he was crying all the way home. She was quiet. But she was the type of woman that she's going to bury this so nobody would know what her husband is doing. So that's what she did. She said that she could not believe that he would want a man as much as healthy, as vibrations as their sex life is, because both of them are, into the sex real, good. And so they end up going to therapy. Right. I was watching this right before you come live, Jonetta. I'm gonna ask y'all some questions. So they decided to go to therapy, and then they went to therapy. The therapist said that, this is in the 70s, like 79 and 79, I think. And therapist said that she was a sex addict because she loved sex with her husband. Not nobody else. They just had a healthy sex life. And she was one of them wives that get down with the get down. You know what I'm saying? She do whatever with her husband, not threesomes and stuff, but she ain't never scared. Okay. So they had this deconditioning therapy where he would take these pills and it will decrease his appetite for sex. And she's like, heck no, I ain't doing that, because she likes sex too. So what they did was he got an offer he wanted to do a brand new slate. He wanted to clean his slate. So her husband decided to move to California and become of this church. I think it was Mount Zion. He preached out there. She said that their life began to blossom. Said the sex was good, and he didn't give her any other reason to think that he was out there with other men or anything like that. And then this is when Eddie came, their last little boy. Said that he was in a mega church. He took that church to levels. Okay. He had a gift for preaching. Most gay preachers do. Like that was gonna change his desire. It wouldn't. But when I guess you so in love and you trying to prove to people you got this perfect marriage, maybe that's what she was trying to do, y'all. I don't know. Soon as I heard a man, I've been out the door. I don't care nothing about me and my kids have been GGON. Okay. So they was out there. They let's see. They were out there. They ended up um having these churches. Money was coming in. She had a great job. The kids were flourishing. And then one day she said she went down into the basement and she found some videos of man on man porn. And she started seeing like videos and what you call it, magazines, all that. Okay, she was a workaholic and he was a sex addict. Yes, but she liked sex too. If you go back, it said that she had a sex addiction too. She was a workaholic and a sex addict. He had sex problems. Yes, Jonetta. And she went berserk. Okay, she questioned him. He said, "Yes, I watched porn. I watched porn before, before we were married. I didn't think nothing was wrong with it. I like this type of porn. Man on man, I would have been done." Girl, when she said she found them VHS tapes, I hollered, "Just see me too, Elizabeth." I said, "Oh no, no, she did. Yes, she did." So rumors start to circulate in California about him being with men. And they would go to church and people would say, like one of the girls said, "Girl, your husband's a hypocrite." And she's like, "My husband ain't no hypocrite." So they band together to come together and shut down any type of gay rumors about him. It got to the point where after a while they couldn't do it. So they moved back to Macon, Georgia, and he got a permanent preaching job at, I think it's Tabernacle. I don't know. It's something about them Tabernacle churches. Tabernacle Baptist Church or something like that. Yeah, we got a Tabernacle here in Georgia too. And every time I turn around, there's something going on over there. Okay. But anyway, it was only like 80 people in the church. She said by the time Micah, Eddie, the baby boy, by I think it's like 90s, that church went from 80 to 800 to 1,000 people almost. She said they were living the lifestyle. All right. She built her 3-story house. She had Mercedes. She said that, everything came into place. She buried what was in California. Things started to be good. There was a point where, let me say this, before they left California, he had contracted a STD and she needs to be tested. And so she ended up getting tested. So I guess it was okay. So they moved back to Macon and they got into Tabernacle and they built this church up from his head. Then she said her son came home one week. Then they now built their house. Took 3 years to build this house. She was working a job, a beautiful job, making good money. He was making money as a pastor. And then their son come home for college and announced that he was gay. And as soon as he announced it, he left. They didn't address it. So the kids never ever heard of their daddy being gay, y'all. Their kids never heard of it. Kids usually hear it in the streets or something. They never heard it. That's how good they had that thing under control. All right. So, and then she was devastated. Her husband accepted it because guess what? He was gay. But what's wrong? I'm doing a live. You can drive. Come on, be funny then. So she was over the youth and she was over teaching about HIV. And at that time, y'all know HIV had came out, it was rampant. And a year later, her son came back and he tested positive for HIV. She was devastated. Okay. Finally, they got him healthy, kept him healthy and all that. He's still alive to the day. Kept him healthy, did all that good old stuff. And her husband said while she was doing all that, he was out getting his groove on. He was out there with every man in Georgia he can get. In Atlanta, all that, baby. Down in the trenches. She shielded those kids from his alphabet lifestyle. But the community knew just thick. Yeah, the community knew. Oh, the community, y'all, they were talking. So one day there was a job opening for the youth choir director and all this. So he begged her to hire this young guy. And he begged her to hire, she hired him. They all worked good together. And then after he said he got sick and tired, once he was out there in the streets, he was tired. He sat her down, told her after her son announced that he was HIV, he had a meeting with her. They sat down, he told her he was bisexual. And sometimes he had a craving for men. It was just sex. It wasn't no love. She was like, what? So one day, things started to unravel. She started really noticing a difference in him. Like, y'all, did y'all see he was on the beach and he was posing half naked and just, she said it was just unreal. He was on the beach posing wide in his little Speedos and, staying out late, coming home 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Whereas before he didn't do that. He was home, he was helping kids, he was cooking. Now, all of a sudden, he's doing the cheating. What a man would do with a woman, staying out half the night, can't account for where they been. Y'all see what y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Pick it up and put it on. Yes, Speedos. Them little things. He had this little wanky stanky hanging down in there. So one day, the boy said he decided to preach this sermon. He decided that he could not live with himself anymore. That he had to come out with his truth. And he's preached the sermon and told everybody in the church that he was sleeping with the guy they hired that was his lover. It all made sense to her now. Now he was in love with a man and not with her no more. The boys heard it and they were devastated. They were embarrassed. Even the one that's gay, he was embarrassed because they were mad at their mom. They were mad at their dad. Even the one, Micah, the one that was gay, came out openly, even said, why didn't you leave him when we were young? I rather dealt with that when we were young than have to deal with him now. You know what I'm saying? So they ended up preaching. And his mama said, when he came out, it ain't nobody but that old guy over the youth ministry. That's what his mama said. When he confessed to the church, said the church left. Half of them left, half of them stayed. You go to Shallow in Atlanta now, you're gonna get that. Yeah. Yes. So they end up divorcing. She said that she was by herself. She never felt, she's been with this man 30 years, what, 20 plus years. She had blinders on for 30 years before he stood up in church and said it, that his wife was a better woman than me. Yes, I couldn't have did that. I don't care what you gave me, house, whatever. I was done when you got caught the first time. I've been done. Me and my boys would have left. She lucky she didn't contract the HIV. She said she was broken. She went through therapy. The boy said that mama was so thin that she couldn't eat, but she slowly started building back her life. Him and the guy that he hired to be over the youth, they end up getting married. She realized that she had to forgive him in order to move forward. And now they all get along. They have Thanksgiving together, her ex-husband and his husband. They come, the grandkids. She said forgiveness has learned to make us coexist. And I moved to a different level in her life. He said, God put her in my life. He puts everybody in your life for a reason. And he put my now husband in my life. No. I don't believe that. Now, this is the question I got for y'all. Do y'all think God put that man and that man together, according to God's word, together to love, to cherish, to honor, and be married? No, I couldn't do it. I could forgive him and I could even speak to him, but he can't come to my house. I can't do that. Some people are built different. Okay. She said now they're best of friends. She no longer has that love for him. She realized that she had to love herself more. And that's why she's able to be in the presence of him. When he said that he put me together with her and we got our boys and now my husband, God put us together. Don't do that. Don't say that. God did not put y'all together. Y'all put y'all together. You put y'all together. Because if you were living in your truth, you never would have got married. Your wife hid you for years. She was your beard until everybody started. It was until you came out and said it. So could y'all do that? I could be friends. I could say, "Hey, how you doing?" But I can't sit at the table. Mm-mm. I ain't gonna judge you, but I can't sit at the table. I forgive you, and I can even speak to you. I can probably coexist in a room with you, but I can't sit at that table. Can y'all sit at the table? Elizabeth, can y'all do it? I need to know. I need to know if y'all can do it because I can't. And they still married today, him and the dude. I think he's like 70 something and he's 30 something. He's like 40 years older than the guy. Can y'all do that? Wow, she was a lavender marriage. Knowingly, yes. Mm-hmm. She was not willing. She was in that marriage and she knew who her husband was, but because of pride, she bearded him. She even said that a voice came to her and said, "You need to marry, you're going to marry so and so." Maybe God put certain people together because they are strong enough to handle it. But I know I wouldn't have been. I probably would have, I don't know. I don't know. Not God is not going to put you in someone's life to marry when they're already in a blood coveted with someone else. Right. But he's married with the boyfriend now. Him and the boyfriend are married by the world, but not by God. Now, for me to judge, no, I can't judge them. I don't know what went on with them. Okay, I just can't do that. I mean, but I just can't sit at the table. I mean, I can speak, I can talk to you on the phone. Hey, the boys, the grandbabies are coming over. You want to drop something off? Or, I might can even let them in for 2 minutes. I don't even think I can do that. I ain't gonna lie. Hell no, I couldn't and never would do it. He would never be in my house. Sicko, I ain't being nobody beard. That was Satan. That came to her, not God. Because people kept pushing them. Because back then they match made you. Then you fell in love. She fell in love with the lifestyle. And she fell in love with his sex because they said, she said he was hell in bed. I don't know, y'all. I couldn't do that. I just couldn't. Lord knows, I don't think I could. I ain't gonna lie. I just couldn't. So now they're all living, happily. He's married to his dude, and the boys, Micah is good and healthy. The other boys are married, have grandchildren. They have 6 grandbabies. I can't do it, y'all. Mm-mm. So the next one is, I can't remember the next one, but I am going to watch that one tonight. I wouldn't have nothing to do with him. He might as well has passed away. What he did to me, yes. I can't. I'm different. I can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So that was that one. I mean, and the boy said his mom lost everything, the houses, the cars, the money. She literally had to rebuild everything. She ended up being an engineer because she has an engineer degree. She's rebuilt, she's wrote books. She's done a lot to rebuild herself. And she has a forgiveness that is deeper. Now she doesn't even remember him as being a husband. She only remembers him as a friend now. She doesn't even remember him, no, as a husband, because the love, when she forgave him, it all went away. And she can see him living his truth, and she lives her truth. Took her a couple of times to get it right with her. She had to date over. She didn't know if she wanted to do that. But the blessing of it is she didn't get anything disease wise. Now that was covering. That next one is good and sad. I won't give it away for people that haven't watched it. I'm going to watch it tonight and we're going to talk about it later. So you guys, I'm going to go in, eat me some supper, and I will be back in a little bit. Y'all, I got to go do some TikToks. I got a lot of stuff that TikTok sent me. Y'all, they sent me this air purifier. Look, y'all go in look at this. This is nice. It's an air purifier. Okay. This is absolutely nice. This is in my, not TikTok shop, but it's in my showcase. And then you get the essential oils. You put the oils in. Okay. But I can't wait to do this one. Woo, I'm going to have this in my bedroom. Yep. That's my purifier. Um, this is some home stain cleaner they sent me. So they say once you clean with this, it seals and grout, it seals the grout and it keeps the mold and stuff away. Okay. So we're gonna see how this works. All right. And then I got the essential oils, which I love. I'll be making my stuff with. And I think that's it. Oh, and they sent me some makeup. This is the blotting kind. It's called O'Shell. So I'll be blotting that on my face and see how that works. What else? I got a couple of more things coming. And I'll let you guys know. And I hope to see you guys later. Y'all have a good night. Please go watch this so we can have a conversation. And you know what I could do? I can go on Patreon and we can watch it together. Y'all would like to do that? Let me know. Okay. Bye, y'all.